Aloha and welcome. My name is Sharron Faff. I'm a naturalist here on Princess Cruises. And what I'm going to talk about is the active volcano Kilauea. Kilauea is a rather young volcano, and it's been growing for about 400,000 or 500,000 years, but it's still growing. The top of it is at 4,000 feet, and that's where the magma reservoir is. Now, where the magma comes from for this volcano is actually deep down inside the earth, from the magma mantle that surrounds the center of the earth. And the lava comes up through that magma mantle, through the floor of the sea, and then spreads out on the sea floor and continues to have eruptions and continues to have eruptions until that volcano actually comes out of the water and becomes an island, or becomes a volcano attached to the big island as we're talking about it now. So where that magma comes from is out of what we call the hot spot. Now the hot spot has been there for about 70 million years. And over 70 million years, it has created many, many islands. Right now, the island of Hawaii, the big island, is sitting right on top of the hot spot. The hot spot does not really move because it's connected to the center of the earth. But the island is actually on the Pacific plate. And so the island actually moves off of the hot spot. Now this has been going on for 70 million years. So there are a number of islands that have been made over the hot spot. And then they move north about as fast as your fingernails grow. So about 3 to 4 inches a year. But we're going to get back to the big island, and actually just right where we are speaking about the volcano Kilauea. Kilauea means spewing. That's what that word means. And Kilauea has been erupting almost continuously for many thousands of years. Right now on Kilauea, we have 2 eruptions that are going on. One at the very summit, at the top of the volcano, that started 4 years ago and has not stopped. And then we have another one on the side of the volcano, and that one has been going 30 years, nonstop. the eruptions get the lava from is from the magma reservoir of that volcano. The magma reservoir is at the 4,000-foot level. And this is where the hot spot pushes lava up into this volcano, and it holds it in a reservoir just under the ground, about a half a mile under the ground. Okay? Then what happens is that lava is always trying to get out of there. So about 30 years ago, it made its own pathway underground down 12 miles from the 4,000-foot level at the top of the volcano to the 2,000-foot level on the side of the volcano. It then opened up there, and an eruption started 30 years ago. That eruption, then the lava heads down another 6 miles, down the side of the mountain to the ocean. And that's where it goes in the ocean. And that's where we get new land. And it is spectacular to watch that happen.
Go ahead and get in here. That's about as close as you're going to get. You're going to feel the heat, but you can get that nice fingers in there.
Just to let you know, the amount of lava that comes out of this volcano, okay, that the hot spot is pushing up into the magma reservoir and then coming out the side vent, okay, the amount of lava is equal to 90,000 gallons a minute of every hour, of every day, of every year for 30 years. Now that's enough lava to make a road to the moon and back 5 times. is a spectacular place to live. It is, the energy of an active volcano is quite wonderful. Because Kilauea and all the volcanoes that make up all the islands of Hawaii are shield volcanoes. They ooze and they spew. Very, very seldom do they have any explosions. So we're considered actually a viewer-friendly volcano. And I invite you to come anytime that you have the opportunity to come to Hawaii and to visit us on the Big Island.